So we all know that sneakerheads can be really cringe. Sheesh. And sometimes sneakerheads say a lot of cringy things. And so in today's episode, I want to talk through the cringiest things that sneakerheads say. What is up, you fellas? It's me, Jordan Young, aka Sneakernomics, back once again with another sneaker-related video. Even that's pretty cringe to say, actually, but I feel like it's common parlance, so let's just run with it. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel if you have done recently, and if you haven't done, what's going on? Get in there, hit the subscribe now. Nah, in your own good time, but make sure you do it. One thing that you'll have noticed about this video is my commitment to updating the content in terms of like the production. And so one thing that I've been looking at trying to do is to try to compete with some of the other big accounts out there by using different angles to try to be more edgy, more professional, a little bit more sophisticated in my approach, because I know that that's what the big guys out there are doing. And so I figure if I want to be competitive in this space, I'm gonna need to come with some pretty awesome angles myself. And so not only is the production getting better, and not only is the quality of the content getting better, but the angles, my friends, the angles. So without any further ado, let's get into today's episode, starting off with one of my favorite phrases that is uttered by many a hype beast and sneakerhead alike out there. The term sheesh or sheesh, 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 sheesh. So it's not just the word sheesh, that's kind of been around for ages, but it's the manner in which it's delivered. It needs to take on this high-pitched tone in order to be a valid sheesh. Like, it's not enough to just say sheesh, it has to be sheesh. Now, I'm not trying to hate on you if you say sheesh, and it is kind of like fun to say, I'll admit, from time to time. Feel free to keep on keeping on with it, like no judgment. It's just, to me, when I see it or when I hear it uttered, it just kind of like gets the old hairs on the back of the neck standing up a little bit these days. But yeah, if you want to keep on cracking on, go for it, yeah. Sheesh. Right, so the next one is to the toe, or for the toe. Yeah, I'll give you some examples. Oh yeah, these are a must cop for the toe. Oh, bet. These are going straight to the toe. Must cop for the toe. You know, after I cop these for the toe, shortly after they'll be going to the toe. So if you're a bit of a casual, you'll probably read that obviously as you should when you cop a shoe. Toe is being substituted for foot, meaning that the shoe is going straight on foot, straight to the toe. A more appropriate use of to the toe would maybe be like if you just got a toe ring, or maybe you've had like a wound that needs plastered or bandaged, in which case the bandage would be going straight to said toe. Or maybe like a cast or something, like if you've broken your toe and you asked the doctor, where is that bandage or that tourniquet or that brace or that cast, where is that going to be applied? The doctor might well say appropriately, yeah, that's going straight to the toe. But in sneaker parlance, it's a little bit cringy, at least in my opinion. So the next phrase is, these are going up. Or cop these now because these are going up. I'll give you some examples. Yeah, you guys definitely want to cop these now because these are definitely going up. 100%. Get them now. If you don't get them now, they're gonna go up, and you're gonna wish you got them now. When I told you, when I put you on, these are going up. In fact, these are gonna moon. In 6 months' time, these are gonna be $400. They're definitely going up. So there's nothing like inherently cringe about suggesting to people they cop a shoe before the price gets out of hand. I just find it cringe when a lot of the predication for buying a sneaker is based on the potential value increasing, as if that's a metric that should enforce or inform your purchasing behavior. I just find that aspect of it cringe. At the end of the day, you should be buying a sneaker because you like the look of it or you want it, not because it's not as valuable right now as it will be in the future. That's the cringy part of that whole phraseology that I take issue with. But again, if you're someone that's into sneaker speculation, or you like to inform your audience about, you know, resale forecasts, then fair enough. I just find it a little bit cringe. So the next one is copping for personal. Sometimes Percy pairs. It sounds a bit like a children's program. Over here we have like Peppa Pig, and you might have Percy pairs as well. So copping for person. I'll give you some examples. Bruv, these trainers are leng, bruv. You get me? Like, man's gonna cop for Percy, innit? You know, man can put bare outfits together with these still. You get me? Oh, great pair. Yeah, I would definitely cop a pair for personal. So it's just like it sounds. Copping for personal means you're basically buying them with the intention to wear them, which is kind of weird because what else are you gonna buy the shoes for? Our whole sneaker culture has been so wrapped up in reselling and displaying and actually not wearing your shoes that buying a pair of sneakers to actually wear has become almost novel in a way, which is completely cringe to me. Obviously, it means that you're copping without the intent to resell, but the fact that resell has become so wedded to our everyday sneaker culture these days is what I find cringe about it. So yeah, copping for Percy, oh, that's cringe. The term bricks, it's a bit cringe.
These are bricks.
Bricks is, I'll give you some examples.
Oh yeah, Jordan 13s. These are bricks. These fire red 3s are massive bricks. They bricked so hard, man. That's why they're bricks, because of the way that they bricked.
So the term brick is a term that describes the way a shoe performs on the resale market. A shoe that doesn't resell for a lot of money is considered a brick because it sits the same way a brick sits in a wall, or it's difficult to get rid of, and it's used in a slightly pejorative sense.
These are bricks.
The reason I find the term bricks cringe is when it's used to describe an otherwise really cool sneaker. For example, the Fire Red 3s I used in the example is a beautiful shoe. It's a classic OG colorway, but the fact that it hasn't gone on to perform extremely well in the resale market has a lot of people calling them bricks, which, like I said before, can be seen as a slightly pejorative or a negative way to describe the shoe.
A massive bricks.
And that for me is what I find cringe. Not every sneaker needs to be performing well on the resale market in order to be considered cool, and the fact that it's not reselling isn't something that any of us should be concerned about or care about in the least, unless of course you are a reseller. So that's why it's cringe. Sneakerheads tend to overuse the word super. Like super everything. I'll give you some examples.
Super fire. Oh my god.
You know, these are super slept on.
Such a super classic colorway.
What do you think of Superman?
What do I think of Superman? Superman's super. Like, even if Superman was souped up even more, he couldn't be more super. Superman's super. Super Superman. Now these are super slept on. Super, super dope.
Now, there's nothing wrong with using super as a prefix to modify the word that you're looking to describe. That's absolutely fine. I'm not taking any issue with grammar in general here. It's just the way that the word is overplayed and overused can be a little bit cringy. But if you like to use it, don't let me hold you back. This is just a cheeky observation I've made. So I think that's about all I've got time for today. Let me know if you want a part 2, because I really enjoy looking at the colloquialisms, the idiomatic expressions, and some of the sneaker slang that you're going to see and hear a lot here on social media. And I love to pick it out and dramatize it for my own comedic effect. It's good fun for me anyway. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please feel free to smash that like, which is another cringe one. You could even drop an elbow, or you could drop a knee, or you could drop a headbutt. Do anything
to the like button you want. Just don't damage your phone. That I wouldn't recommend. If you haven't yet subscribed, I hope this video hasn't put you off the idea of doing that, because there will be better content coming. It will get better than this, I promise. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch. Hope you enjoyed, and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Peace!